Say hi. Make her feel good saying that.
Shabbat Shalom. Sometimes you choose the reading or the poem. Sometimes the reading or the poem chooses you. I like having these books on my desk, these things that have a poem a day or a little bit of wisdom a day, and I check in with them from time to time, and sometimes they don't fit at all. Sometimes they do. This is a book compiled by Leo Tolstoy. It's the last book he wrote. It took him 15 years of his life to compile wise teachings from various traditions from around the world. It was not published starting in 1902 until 1995 because it had so many religious sentiments in it. He thought of it as his circle of teachers, his circle of friends. And in fact, he said he made a point of stopping to read the papers and all the stuff that comes and goes so quickly, and decided instead each day to just sit with some nuggets of wisdom from the world's great teachers. And so for today, we read, "A person who comes close to God understands that God lives within that person." Angelus, a mystical poet from the 17th century, said, "I see God with the same eye with which God sees me." People do not know, this is Sufi wisdom, people do not know what God looks like, but they live in God and God in them. And on this Shabbat before Hanukkah, Tolstoy includes text from the Talmud. The soul of a person is the lamp of God. Let's welcome the angels. Page 11.
Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bochem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Misha is becoming bar mitzvah this Shabbat, tomorrow morning. We're going to turn to you and ask you to lead us in candle lighting on Zoom.
Should we light the candles here too? Might as well. If you could unmute yourself. There you go. Hi, Misha.
Hi.
Do you have candles where you are, or are we going to light them here and you'll...
We have some candles.
Ah, beautiful.
We're trying to get them in the shot. Okay.
Okay. Go
All right.
for it.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kijanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechad likner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Page 8. We're going to do the second verse. You ready? Next line down. Haduna esir haolam nafshi volat ahavatecha ana elna refana la haola noam zirecha az titchazek betitra Page 24, Or Zarua.
to greet Shabbat like a bride, L'chadodi, page 29.
Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad yishmiyaru el hamiuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet belitila la 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 l'chadodi la 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 likvat kala la 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 b'nei Shabbat nikabela likrat Shabbat Rosove nelcha ki mikol abracha merosh mikedem esucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tehila la 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 l'chadodi la 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 likrat kala la 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 b'nei Shabbat nikabela mikdash melech ir melucha kol mitziim bo af echad rav lach shevet be'emek habachad vehu yachamon alayim chemla la 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 l'chadodi la 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 likvat kala la 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 b'nei Shabbat nikabela התנערי מעפר כולי לבשי בגדי תפארתך בי על יד בן ישי בית הלחמי קרבה נפשי Shabbat nikabela
Page 36.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Lai, 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 lai.
Page 38.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם בארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Page 39, Michamocha will go right into Hashkivenu, a prayer for a restful night of sleep.
Say, Fele, Nora, Tehilo, Ose, Fele, Alechutecha, Ra'uvanecha, Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe, Zeini anu ve'amehu. Adonai, Yimloch, Leolam, Va'em, Adonai, Yimloch, Leolam, Va'em, Ve'le'marifat Adonai, Ve'yakum, Ugalo.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha V'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim Ushmor tzedtenu vo'enu l'chaim u'l'shalom ve'ata ve'ad olam Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim l'chaim l'chaim
Page 44.
As we head towards Hanukkah, we've been thinking a lot about light here at Temple Israel. Being light, giving light, sharing light. What is light? Light, I think, is hope. And at this time of year, when the nights are long and dark, that hope that light is going to return and increase is important. And hope, I think, is a value that is very important to the Jewish people. So much so that the Israeli national anthem is hope, Hatikva. Well, yesterday, our Briskin kids had their big performance of Global Fest, which is this culmination of a whole semester of cultural studies from around the world. And they culminated with this beautiful performance, and each grade performs. And the sixth graders sang this song. And it was so inspiring to me that I thought, I have to sing this on Friday night. And you're going to help me. Your part goes like this. One day, one day, one day. Try that. One day, one day, one day. Again. One day, one day, one day. One day, one day, one day. All right. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when they feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. Might drive you crazy, but don't let it faze you. No way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. One day this all will change, treat people the same, stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like one day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but
If our passion and prayers could just flow from here, from our mouths, from our hearts, into the hearts of all those who are hurting and in pain and afraid and alone tonight. Turning our prayers and our passions to all those in need of healing. In addition to those on our congregation's Misha Berach list, if there's a name you'd like to share, somebody for whom you're praying for healing, I invite you to share that name now. So we did this beautiful thing at Temple Chai where I was every Shabbat Hanukkah, every Shabbat that fell in Hanukkah, which is we put out a bunch of tables and we'd start the whole night by everybody lighting Chanukiot, lighting menorahs together, and we placed them so that you would participate in the service with all these lights, like hundreds and hundreds of lights burning down. It was so beautiful. And when I brought that up about 6 months ago in a staff meeting, we looked at the calendar and everybody said, you can't do it on December 21st, 23rd. Nobody's in town. And I said, I'm going to see if anybody's maybe in town, and we're going to do it. So we might be small, but if you're in town, where are you going to be next Friday night? Right here? Excellent. And what are you going to bring? Excellent. Beautiful. Looking forward. We will miss our normal musical geniuses. We will have the delight of being led by Rabbi Laura Regev, our Director of Education in the Religious School, and myself. The following week, December 30th, we're on Zoom only. That will be with me and with Shelley, Zoom only on that holiday week. I want to invite everybody to think about a difficult moment in your life. And turn to somebody near you and share what you wish somebody had said to you. What you wish somebody had said to you at a difficult moment in your life. Take a minute. And I'd like you to think about a great moment in your life, a moment of fullness and wholeness. And I'm going to ask the same question. What do you wish somebody would have said to you at a moment of fullness? So there's this book that I like to read this time of year. It has nothing to do with Hanukkah, but we'll figure out why in a minute, what it has to do with this time of year. I read it to both of our full-time schools, our ECC and our day school, and the kids were roaring with laughter. It was so much fun. They were roaring with laughter. Fortunately, one day, Ned got a letter that said, "Please come to a surprise party." But unfortunately, the party was in Florida, and Ned was in New York. Fortunately, a friend loaned him an airplane. That's convenient. Unfortunately, the plane exploded. Fortunately, there was a parachute in the airplane. Unfortunately, there was a hole in the parachute. Fortunately, there was a haystack on the ground. Unfortunately, you saw it coming, there was a pitchfork in the haystack. Fortunately, he missed the pitchfork. Whew. Unfortunately, he missed the haystack. Fortunately, he landed in water. Phew. Unfortunately, there were sharks in the water. Fortunately, he could swim. Unfortunately, there were tigers on the land. Fortunately, he could run. Unfortunately, he ran into a deep, dark cave. Fortunately, he could dig. Unfortunately, he dug himself into a fancy ballroom. Fortunately, there was a surprise party going on, and fortunately, the party was for him, because fortunately, it was his birthday. Fortunately. I read this story this time of year because, believe it or not, it's the Joseph story. We're in the middle of the Joseph story, and there are two words in Hebrew that get repeated over and over again in the Joseph story. They are ole, go up, and yored, go down. Joseph is the favorite of his father. He gets this great coat. His brothers hate him. He's got this incredible, he has these amazing dreams about everybody appreciating him and worshiping him and bowing down to him. His brothers throw him in a pit. He gets rescued and gets a job in Egypt. He gets accused of adultery and thrown into jail. He interprets dreams and can find a way out. The cupbearer forgets all about him and leaves him in jail. He gets to be Pharaoh's greatest second-hand man, and so on and so forth. Joseph's story is the story of fortunately, unfortunately, which is also all of our story. The Joseph story comes to teach us that when we are deepest in the pit, there will be a new day. Tomorrow does not have to look like yesterday. Shelley talked a little bit about hope. The Joseph story teaches us there's reason to hope. And in those great, beautiful moments, sometimes we like to say, oh, but it teaches us also those too shall pass, which is true. But I think the point of those, of saying that, is not to worry us and make us wonder when it's going to be over, but just to ensure when we're at those peak moments, we take in every second. We cherish them, we appreciate them, that we know that life will bring us down and up and down and up again and again and again. I was struck tonight by these words in Lecha Dodi. We say them every week. Rav lach shevet be'emek habacha v'hu yachamol alai chemla. It's been enough. You've been so long in the valley of tears. God will have great compassion upon you. Our life, Joseph's life, Ned's life. Fortunately, unfortunately. Shabbat Shalom. Yeah. We continue with Mourner's Kaddish with Kaddish Yatom on page 292. Tonight we are remembering especially those who have died in recent weeks, Chaim Mergui, and those who have died over the course of this year. We're thinking about Zola, those who have died at this time in years past, Joseph Berg, Ray Fader, Paul Friedman, Danny Galambos, Isidore Goldsmith, Anita Goodman, Michael Lauer, Kazuko Nakahira, Elliot Ormsby, Rachel Putter, Grace Rosenberg, William Shalman, Marjorie Shaw, Dean Schulman, William Sobel, Audie Windmuller. If I shared the name of your loved one, I invite you to rise if you'd like, so that we can acknowledge your loss, hold you in our hearts. And if there's a name you'd like to share for Kaddish Yatom, I invite you also to rise and share that name. We ask that Hamakom Yinachem Etchem, that God provide you with comfort and a path toward healing. And I'll invite the community to rise as we turn to page 292, and those in mourning lead us in Kaddish Yatom. Yitgadal v'yitgadash. Amen. Be'alma tifrach. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'alam Olamei Almaya. Brechu. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Say shalom. Be Ramah. Oh, say shalom. Be Ramah. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh shalom. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh shalom. Uyaseh, uyaseh, uyaseh shalom. Alleluia. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Im Ramah.
Please be seated. We'll turn back to Misha to lead us in Kiddush and Motzi.
Woohoo.
Okay.
So for the Kiddush first, okay? Good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah
Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kijanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodshro b'achava uvratzon chinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh b'reishit ki hu yom tehila lemikrai kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim Shabbat kodecha v'hava uvratzon chinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mikadesh Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen. L'chaim.
Okay. Hold this up for everybody.
Go ahead, take a sip.
Ow.
Do you have a challah with you by any chance?
Or a
We've
bread
got one-
product?
we've
A bread
got one.
I
product
have
of
a
any
bread product. Hold on. I have
Here's the party.
donuts, sure. There you go. PETA, the original. The original. You got it. When you're ready, Misha.
Go right ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.
B'te'avon. I'll see you tomorrow.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.